first down. Rose forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Back to the air on second down. Rose steps away to his left. He's got a man. Complete.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Looking to throw on second down. Rose dancing to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. From the gun, Rose eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Space to maneuver at the 40. Third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Gets past one man. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. There goes Thomas Rawls. The 30. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, 76 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
They get 14 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Green, 39. Green.
Off the play fake. Rose. He's going to rifle one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Aldrick Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And he's able to put it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards. Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's second down. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards through the air on a first down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is knocked down from the side at the 49. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. That's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Rose buying time to his left. Throw left side complete to Ross. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rose forced out to his left. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And it's A.J. McCarron that's summoned from the bench to replace him. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Watch it now. No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A big play there.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Hurry up. Here we go. Boom, landed.
They go play action here on first down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points up.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first and 10, Rose steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, It won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Watch it now,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Dancing to his left. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw. Rose under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We got some football to get to. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefit.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Give him 16 on the pickup. And that leads to a San Francisco 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's to the 10. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rose buying time to his left. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Check.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They go again with Muhammad. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing it.
Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Back to throw. Rose, flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Throwing on first down. Throws. It's caught outright by Graham. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Off play action. Rose. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murphy. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And a solid run down inside the 30. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Operating from the gun. Rose. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Rose. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, Rose. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. And some room to roam now. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he puts it through. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And the safety there.